They're not dead yet, just dirty as a dog's dick. The Dirt Brigade podcast begins.
It became more of a thing, and I had to, find out about myself and my attitude to women. And this phrase of hers kept coming through my head, woman is the nigger of the world, woman is the nigger. So I said, come on, Yoko, look, this is it. You've said it here. I agree with you now. I think she is. She's the slave of the slaves. That's what Connolly said, the great Irishman. And so we sat down together and we wrote, we tried to write together the whole story as best we could in a 3 or 4 minute song. And it's called Woman is the Nigger of the World. And then, luckily for me, because a lot of stations were saying, well, we're not going to play this because it says nigger and a white man shouldn't say it, though all my black friends feel I have quite a right to say it because they understand it. And then, strangely enough, the chairman of the Black Caucus, that great guy, Congressman Ron Dellums, Democrat, California, says here, he came out with this, which is fantastic. If you define niggers as someone whose lifestyle is defined by others, whose opportunities are defined by others, whose role in society is defined by others, then good news. You don't have to be black to be a nigger in this society. Most of the people in America are niggers. I didn't say that. Oh, my goodness. We'll never get in now.
Floyd! The Void! Floyd the Void.
See which of these is good.
Alright.
That one.
Yeah.
It's fucking eating the mic.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna eat the mic.
Song? I'm here to eat the mic.
Yes. You're on,
Testing.
you're on, we're on. It's on. We're
It's
on.
on.
It's on. Welcome back, everybody. It's been too long.
It's 2 days later.
Yeah.
It's been too long and now it's on.
Yeah, I did some funny stuff. I had Benson over, and we did a funny little edit that I want to show you guys.
Alright.
Eventually, at some point. You guys want to see it?
Yeah, let's start it off with
Do
some
it.
excitement.
Well, shoot, my mouse is over there. All right, well,
can't
here,
do
you
it.
guys hold the show, and I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
Alright.
Okay? I'll be right back.
So aren't you really good at whistling and scatting?
No.
We didn't, yeah, this is our guest, Ryan Ware. Yeah.
You want me to whistle into the microphone?
No, but you could scat if you want.
I don't think I want to. Maybe.
Well, we did promise the guest.
Maybe with more Modelo's.
We really talked this up last week.
Yeah. We're like, you guys heard of the Scat Man of Orville?
Catman of Orville?
I'm a black.
Oh, man. What, Ryan Ware, everybody? Did you do that? Yeah.
There we go.
Yes. All right.
That's going to be throughout the show.
Throughout the just random. Get ready for it.
I'm a Scat Man.
Scooby Doo Bop Beat Up Boop. All right, so check this out, boys.
Whoa! Look at you! Look at that!
Oh, this was great.
Try that on for size. Hard work.
This was last week when we had Levi over. We did all this.
Made him just stand out in the field.
That's all you need. To only 2 inches, but that's perfect. That's all you need. It's a perfect thing.
This man was having so much fun.
If you ever need a screwdriver, screw that in. Try that on for size.
bunch of stock photos?
That's
Yeah,
the most
well,
interesting video about ducks I've seen all week.
it actually took the producer months to film all that B-roll, to get the right season, to get the time of the day, all that stuff. None of that was stock. Man.
Yeah, it was,
I legit thought he was just out in the field and some people walked up.
That was a $35,000 project.
and why?
Um,
Because we can.
yeah, masterfully edited by our good friend, the producer. Also works with Quick Fix.
Just call him the producer.
The producer.
Yeah. So, episode 33, boys. What do we want to talk about today?
Do you guys know about Ember's Ghost Squad?
Ember's Ghost Squad. No.
Yeah, dude.
Nope.
Randy Stair. He was an animator and a YouTuber.
Okay.
Pretty cool guy until he...
Should I be Googling him?
If you want.
Oh, is that the new 4th of July celebrity?
No, this was 4 years ago,
Oh, okay.
I think. But yeah, he was like he watched an episode of Danny Phantom where there was like a rock star ghost girl, and he was like, you know what? If I can't get a girlfriend, I'll make one up. And
What am I
Starting to sound
Googling?
familiar.
Randy Stair,
Randy Stair.
he made his own. I think the YouTube videos are still up, but he made his own cartoon based off that character, where he was just like in love with this random character from Danny Phantom.
YouTuber turned mass murderer.
Yeah.
The insane case of Randy Stair. It's a 48-minute video, folks.
Yeah, let's just make the rest of the podcast this.
Let's just watch this and the. But yeah.
Darth Brigade reacts.
Somehow you said his name and I instantly knew it was somebody that
Killed somebody.
people, yeah.
He's got the
I
name.
was just like, I also saw the picture of him on your phone. I'm like, that guy shot somebody.
Yeah, he was like working at a grocery store and funding this whole animation project, and he'd like go on Fiverr or whatever and get people to voice act for him, and he was like super obsessed with this cartoon, and I guess it was kind of popular, but he thought that the characters were real, you know, and he was just like obsessed with girls. He's just like, I'm just upset. That's all I could think about is girls, man. And it's just like, yeah, he would like live stream his thoughts and feelings, which were just like, probably shouldn't have done that. No. Yeah. That's kind of where it stops being funny.
What do you guys think of red flag laws?
Whatever that. What is that?
That's when like you publish videos saying that you're gonna go out and shoot a bunch of people, and then you go buy a gun, and there should be like, according to, if there's red flag laws, that sets off a red flag in a police database where they're like, oh, this person should probably be investigated.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
It's probably a good thing.
I think if you've ever been to the ER, you shouldn't be able to have a gun.
What?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because you might get mad at your doctors. Or the bills.
I think if you've ever had parents who shouldn't have. What was it I was singing earlier today? It was like, what's the words to that one song? It's like pocket full of shells. What's the first word? What's the words right before that?
He's on a beach or something.
He's like, it's like living in the living room with my family, pocket full of shells or some shit like that.
Oh, isn't that Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure that's a song about going to the beach.
I was gonna remake it where it's like something about like he's like making an omelet. It's like crack a few eggs, omelet full of shells. I don't know. That's so dumb.
Is that a song that's like from the perspective of police or something like that? Because it's killing in the name of.
Killing in the
So
name of.
it's like from the perspective of somebody who feels like they're justified in committing violence or something.
Probably.
I mean, that's a lot of their music.
Most 90s music is way too cerebral for me. Like,
Yeah.
Explain a single Limp Bizkit song. It's
Well,
like metaphorical, you know.
I know some. So I think it's Tom Morello in that band actually has like a degree in like some kind of political science or something like that. Like he was said makes
Well,
some kind of political statement, or like somebody's like, oh, everybody suddenly now is a professional in politics, and he's like, oh, actually, I have several degrees in the subject, so yeah, I am.
Well, thank God he became a musician, because he would have been
Dude.
broke.
So it seems to be like, so some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. So it's like, okay, there's some racist stuff.
Yeah.
Going on. Killing in the name of. Now, dude, tell you, told you. For those that died are justified for wearing the badge, they're the chosen whites. You justify those that died by wearing the badge, they're the chosen whites. Seems to be about like, racist police.
Yeah, it's talking about like the overlap between like KKK stuff and just police brutality kind of things that like there's politics.
Yeah, the outro is cool.
I didn't know System of a Down was so political until I was like, just listen,
Well, yeah, they're pretty
actually just listen to it. And I was like, I thought they were just weird, but yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame once you get older and you start listening to like I listen to like I have a hard time listening to like music that's like heavily draped in some genre. Like it's like, oh, this represents fucking this or that. And it's like I don't care. I just want to listen to something that makes me feel happy and nice. Stop trying to put it in a box and make me feel like I have to be a certain way because I listen to something.
Like the Scat Man. That's a great song. You don't have to think.
Ryan Ware, everybody.
Dude, it's all about Scamman's world.
No, but you know what? I was talking about this with a guy at work. I was like, how come all the kids look the same? They all wear the same shit, you know? And I'm like guilty of that same shit too. But it's like one guy that does something cool, looks a certain way, and then you get like a million copies of it, and then you get all these different variations of it. Like you get the chubby purple-haired version of it. You get the pierced lipped fucking A-line version or whatever. It's like, but it's all the same shit. It's all like they're conforming to this thing. And music is a huge tool to get like people to like
semiotics.
Yeah, but if somebody doesn't conform to anything, they're like wearing a road cone or something. You know what I mean? Like they're fucking. That's when you're weird.
Is there so much wrong? Is there something wrong? Is there really so much wrong with that?
Wearing a road cone?
Wearing a road.
Being a traffic wizard? No, not really, I guess. But
retro reflective gear, and then everybody can see what you got going on.
Okay, fair point then.
No, it's like the. Oh, go ahead.
I think that's like really a big part of like identity politics and stuff is really big these days, and I think it's just a lot of people not wanting to engage in discourse. They like cling on to something symbolic that like they create that as like that's a symbol from all of my ideals, and it just becomes like an easy thing to kind of like sort yourself into.
Kind of point to you.
Yeah.
Usually when I'm drunk and arguing with people, it's like I've read the same thing they've said off Reddit.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I don't like to argue with like facts or anything like substantial like that. You know, like wait. And here's another tip: if you want to win an argument. They don't win the argument if they don't change your mind. So you don't just ignore all their points. Nullify all their points.
Right. Don't even say anything back.
I
can't prove you're wrong if you didn't make a point.
Right. Now, I got this kid real mad at me in Chico one time because he was mad that I said cunt or something. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? He's like, it's gender specific. I'm like, not really.
No, you could be a cunt too, sir.
If you don't want to hear the word cunt, then just don't do things that qualify being called a cunt. We argued all night until he started screaming the N-word, like outside in public, because he's like, would it be okay if I said this? And started just screaming the N-word. I'm like, nah, dude.
I think you won that one. Dude.
I did. I'm like, wait, what principles do you stand on when that you pull that out of your back pocket to be like, oh no, oh.
Yeah, I think I've talked to both of you about it before. There's an author I'm interested in named Umberto Eco, and one of his books he talks about how the when the Spaniards came to South America I think it was the Mayans or the Aztecs were like, they literally thought they were centaur people because they were riding on the backs of horses. And they were like, they basically what was happening was they misaccredited the aspects of this thing to like be like
One.
falsely related in
Okay.
like one thing. And that's like a lot of stuff that like that's
I forget
that's really big right now is identity politics, and people like want to believe they're like part of this one thing or group, and it's like as long as they hold true to that like one thing, that like they can just pour all their emotional baggage into it, kind of.
Yeah.
And then we all have like a million social groups like pouring their agenda into our media constantly, trying to get us to accept or agree or just like stand for one thing or another.
Yeah,
It's driving me nuts, dude.
Well, it's like you know, that's something like a lot of people go through and stuff that like even if you're just like hungry or tired, and then like something really small irritates you, and all of a sudden that really small thing, you're like, oh, that's where my problems are coming from, is this little small thing. And it's like,
right,
really you're actually suffering from like physical discomfort from like, you know, a multitude of different reasons, a lot of different small things that like a lot of times your brain can't even pick up on. And it's like modern politics really picks both sides of the spectrum. I don't even think like you could really get into, because of that. That's like something kind of fundamentally human. But when you can't go through the discourse of being like actually getting down to what people are actually feeling, when you can't get into like the specifics of what people are actually feeling, it makes it really easy to misaccredit it to something else.
Yeah.
And,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And when shit's all going wrong, and
Right.
everything's falling apart around you, it's kind of like everybody gets more and more politically charged and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's the same like when I spend 45 minutes to an hour watching videos criticizing Disney Star Wars, when really I'm mad at my mom.
Exactly.
You should sit her down and make her watch those with you.
I don't want to be.
Oh, okay. You know, another thing, I forgot that there weren't any horses in America until we brought them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's why they probably thought those were centaur people.
Very
Well, they
possible.
didn't know they didn't think centaur people.
Well, they didn't. I think they had something similar, but they didn't like write them like I want to say like they even had invented the wheel, but they didn't use it because they just didn't like transport a whole lot of stuff or something like that. I don't know. I'm not.
The Southern Hemisphere people were just lazy fucking assholes that got to chill in the forest and in the sun all day. The whole Southern Hemisphere of the world.
Is that why the Aztecs built massive temples to ripping people's hearts out?
Yeah, they were just sitting.
Just
They had
lazy.
nothing to do. They had nothing to do,
But
dude.
build sick ass pyramids.
What did we do from the snow? We were in the snow. We were like, let's get the fuck out of here. Look where we ended up. Okay.
In the southern hemisphere.
Being
Like, you guys
lazy.
figured it out.
Oh, whoa! Something went crazy. What's going on? Is your mic? Oh, don't do that. That's gonna cause a
That probably censored everything that should have been censored.
a split in the riff.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, don't judge me, dude. I'm not saying that they're bad people. I'm just saying that they're fucking all pieces of shit. I'm kidding. This whole Southern Hemisphere. I apologize.
That's
Look.
a lot of people. That's a lot of.
Look, I speak on behalf of myself here, and I'm just kidding, okay? I don't think that... Because I was actually born here, too. I can't really give too much guff. But it just seems like the weather and things made it a lot easier for people down here. And so they got a little bit less done. That's how
Down
science
here in the southern hemisphere.
That's how science was. It's just the order of things that happened. They didn't get here. I mean, until the people out in the snow, whatever color they were. I'm not getting at anything. I'm just saying. The people that were in the snow.
Floyd's talking about Inuits right now.
Inuits.
Igloo Inuits.
It does.
I know how to build igloos.
It does.
You don't see anybody from Brazil building igloos. Just saying.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Where's your guys' igloo at?
Look, no one from fucking San Diego, California is out there building igloos, and it's because they're lazy. Not because there's no snow or ice.
We got a YouTube Dirt Brigade challenge where you go out and build an igloo in the southern hemisphere. Right?
I dare you.
Just
Igloo
go down.
challenge.
It's gonna be a chore. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's gonna be a chore.
You can't build igloos in the southern hemisphere.
You could try.
Just forget about Antarctica.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you're willing to do all that, that's all.
You know they got bears there.
In the southern hemisphere?
Yeah, dude.
polar bears. And I
Polar
think
bears.
no penguins, right?
Uh,
One of them has no penguins. I think I
how
heard
would you
that.
how would you even fuck that up?
I mean,
Do you know what I mean? How would you fuck that up?
the Arctic's is just a big slab of ice, so I think that might be where there's no penguins.
But
maybe.
Why not?
Because there's like literally no dirt there, it's just ice.
Yeah, you were
That's
thought
what is
about
that Tardigrades
maybe it's
or
not
whatever.
just ice. Maybe it's an ice wall.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
Why is it even a question?
Because the penguins are two different colors,
So what you're saying
and
is
you want them to be.
the Arctic ice cap is an ice wall to keep
Penguins in
the southern hemisphere.
This is what penguins are like. Penguins are like, we're not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with us. Is what penguins are saying.
And they say the N word,
and
and it's super scary.
and then they shit hella far too.
I don't know why they do that. It's not me. I didn't.
Can we pull that up?
What?
Penguins shitting.
Yeah, sure.
We're like running.
Yeah, sure.
We're running out of ideas.
No, I think that we're just we're getting into the beef of things.
The beef.
We're getting into the beef of the stew here.
This is the discourse I was talking about earlier, getting to the bottom of
Getting to the bottom.
people's feelings.
I don't really have many of those.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, they just have this on YouTube?
Dude, if it's for
Yeah.
educational purposes, they'll put anything on YouTube.
Oh, he just shit on another
Shit on
penguin.
another one.
Penguins are so dope, dude.
That was amazing. That one popped up like, what the fuck, dude?
You trying to tell me these guys aren't in Antarctica? Yeah! It looks like toothpaste. Is this the same clip again, or does it?
Yeah, it gives us a replay.
This is a replay in slow motion. I love the thumbnail. He's just like,
Free bird! I think that was a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
But hitting the right target can be dangerously hit or miss.
dude, if they put... He's just like, dude.
Soon, the chicks have another reason to leave for the sea. They all need a bath.
Oh my god, they're getting covered in shit. What the fuck is wrong with penguins?
Wow. That's amazing. Penguins just sit around and
That's
shit on each
amazing.
other for a long time.
That's something they don't show you in Happy Feet.
Yeah, where's all the shit
Yeah,
covered?
where's all the shit and happy
All the
feet?
shit covered babies and happy.
Yeah. Happy Feet would be so much better if just like every 10 seconds they just let out a fucking cord of shit.
They're just shitting like shitting a whole tube of fucking
Just stomping on a tube of toothpaste.
Yeah,
Boom.
just a whole tube of sunscreen, just right in your face.
That's probably where sunscreen came from.
Do you imagine how gross those shits are? Just full fish.
Oh, just rotten fish. Fucking.
No thanks.
Can you smoke it?
Can you smoke it?
I was gonna start a new segment
Okay.
called "Will It Vape?" and we're gonna vape interesting things. So if anybody's got penguin shit,
we will vape penguin shit on the show. Just mail it to the P.O. Box 6969420 and Vapor Boys Suite number 9.
oh dude.
6969.
Next episode, Vapor Boy's
Nice.
gonna vape pig semen.
Did you see the Lost episode? The first 3 minutes. It's cut up. I cut it very funny. Each one of us have our own little picture, and you got a little cute little Vapor Boy.
What about the really cool VR experience? Did we get that edited, or was it? What? Okay.
There's so many things the studio's working on that.
Okay.
Man, I'm really gonna have to get you guys to start signing the NDAs.
NDA.
Yeah, and it's. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that joke.
Okay.
But You kind of can get
Signed
where I was
your
going.
own NDA for that joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign my own NDA on that one. Wow. Speaking of jokes, you heard from Sam Mallet because he's a comedian. What?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, he's fun.
So if you like our jokes, go watch Sam Mallet
I
do them on stage.
I like the look on your face when you introduced him on one of the episodes we had him on the phone, and you're like, he's very fun, and you were like so reluctant to say.
Well, I wanted to sound. I don't want you know. I wanted to sound.
Sam Mallet definitely does not have a dog. I want to make that very clear. That's something.
Did you
that's
see
something
that?
I've been meaning to address on the show.
No, did you see that book review of a book he definitely didn't read?
He doesn't read.
No,
He told me that. He said he watches Fox News. That's it.
Spark Notes. His friend read the
Carlson something. That's his favorite.
Yeah, Tucker. But if on that book review he did, it's clearly green screen. You can see it clipping through his afro. You know what I mean?
I could tell, just because I'm like fluent in dog language, like fluent. Like I don't speak it, but like I can tell what a dog is trying to tell me.
You can read a fucking dog.
I can read a dog like a book.
You can read a book. You can read a dog.
Cats, don't even get me started. I don't know what the hell a cat's trying to say. But a dog, from a mile away, I could tell you how a dog's feeling, okay? And that dog in that video, whether it was green screened or not, did not want to be there, okay? That is a huge red flag. And I'm telling people, I'm bringing this to people's attention because I don't think that Sam has a dog.
Yeah.
I think that dog is
Suspicious.
I think that dog is being brought into his life and he's making it up like he's got this dog to make people. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's wrong.
You're more likable if you have a dog.
Is that what he's trying to do?
Yeah, and he's trying to seem like he reads books. He's trying to seem like he has a dog.
The reading books thing, I actually was thinking about this on my drive to work the other day. I was like, Sam, stop doing stuff you think girls might like. It makes you look like. I'll believe that, but Jesus Christ, you know, when you outwardly do things you think that girls might like you for, it makes your boys look at you like you're a fucking bitch. That's just, or it's just me. I just see it like that. When I see my boys trying to look a certain way, I start to giggle a little bit about it because it's more about getting pussy than your actual intellect. If you actually were an intelligent person, you would know that Facebook is not the place to interact with life, human life.
Yeah, I mean, like,
so stop it.
I mean, like, if you're really trying to crush, you just gotta read comic books.
If you're really trying to sew up some slit, brother, if you're really trying to lay down some pipe on some fucking somebody's undercarriage, dude, you're gonna need to know these things right now. Books are for pussies. Okay? Number 2. You don't try to get pussy, you just get it. Yoda said that.
He did say that thing. Something real similar.
Number 3, lift weights. Get swole. Max out your protein intake. Do not eat carbs.
Drink them. Drink your carbs.
You want to know where you're going to get your carbs? Eating pussy. Because that's what you're going to be doing once you start.
That kind of sounds yeasty, to be fair. I think we're at time for a break.
Oh yeah, let's take a break. Sorry. All right, we'll be right back.
Get me all hot and bothered.
We'll be right back, folks.
Whoa! Look at you! Look at that! Try that on for size. Hard work. That's all you need. To only 2 inches, but that's perfect. And that's all you need. It's the perfect thing. If you ever need a screwdriver, screw that in. Try that on for size.
Oh! Oh!
Hello.
6 billion demons.
Some people say that number's a lot less.
Yeah.
That's 6 billion.
What are we talking about?
They missed the decimal point.
Well, I do got a quick question. What is like? Is it cum supposed to be like thick and smell bad?
Mine does.
Nah. All right. Cool. What about like the pink spots in it?
I don't know about pink spots. I know if it's brown, that's blood.
Oh, okay. I'm fine. It's just glitter.
It's glitter.
I heard an interesting thing about edging recently that you still can ejaculate while edging, but it just goes into your bladder.
Duh.
Yeah, they said it's not really bad for you because you just piss it out, but it can be uncomfortable.
Can you get yourself pregnant like that?
I think if you're a girl, yeah.
Oh my god.
I think if you're
So if you're like trying to get a chick off and you just can't do it, is that edging?
no, no.
Okay. All right. I was worried I got a bunch of girls pregnant.
You ever had a pregnancy scare?
No, I'm probably sterile.
What's up with those neo-Nazis?
Oh yeah, did you hear about the neo-Nazi hate crimes in, I think it was Maine?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Spain earlier.
Oh, no,
that makes
Maine.
way more sense. Maine.
Yeah, like they were all throwing a fit about Irish people or something like that, and then they jumped some. I think it was a political figure or something. It was some guy that was like into community outreach using art, and they just like saw him on the street and they fucking jumped him, and like it was a mob of like I think 30 people or something, and they're basically they call themselves the Sons of the KKK, and they like basically they're running around with like black shirt, khaki pants, or dark shirt, and like that pissed me off because that's how I dress, and I'm not a neo-Nazi.
Oh,
that was just like no.
They're just co-opting just normal.
Yeah, no, it's totally like some like
just bland attire. They're just like
yeah, but it's like they're wearing it like a uniform. Like it's totally like the retail supermarket uniform, and like that's what that, and then a white gator hat or a white net gator pulled up over their face, sunglasses, and a blue cap, and they're running around Maine just like jumping people they don't like that are like fake Republicans and African Americans and just anybody that people they think that like they're too like PC.
This interesting little thing came up while I was looking it up. It says Ku Klux Kitties, the KKK's little known youth movement.
That's kind of making them sound endearing. That's an odd website.
Oh, look at all these little kids in KKK robes.
Those are ghosts, clearly. So
during the 1920s, this happened. This is
what the fuck? Hold on. Quick question. Why? Like, how lame do you gotta be to like? You're not even in the real Klan. You gotta like make up your own like lamer Klan?
No, this is the Klans. This is for Klansmen's children.
No, but he's talking about something else.
Oh, these guys. You're talking about the Sons of the KKK.
Yeah, they're like some new fangled.
No, these guys are actually just sons of KKK members.
See, that's already bad branding. First of all, we're already confused. We don't even know what you guys stand for.
Right.
But so they were mad that some guy was doing art for community outreach.
I mean, I think they were mad because he had melanin,
Oh,
yeah, maybe because he was some kind of probably because he was some kind of public figure because of, I don't know.
do you think they're just
Obviously,
mad
I'm not up to date on.
Do you think they're just mad that they live in Maine?
I don't think they live in Maine.
Oh.
I think they're like a national group that like
Went to Maine?
they went to Maine and are like, we need to take it back because they think that because historically it was like a landmark for like something I can't remember.
Gotta be on camera.
Yeah.
Gotta be on camera doing that. It looks so.
I don't. Yeah, but like, why would you fight over Maine? I don't even know where Maine is. I didn't know Maine was a state until like 2 years ago.
I think it's the most northeastern.
Dude, what are you talking about? It's
State?
the main state.
It's the main state.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were
Okay.
saying. I thought they were just like, oh, it's the main. Like you should know what it is. I didn't realize that was just the name of it.
Yeah, but it's that state.
I always imagine people from Maine just like wearing sweaters, like reading books.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
See,
Well,
look,
I don't know.
Maybe drinking tea or coffee.
see, look what book reading gets you.
I mean, it's over there by like Boston,
Think about all the evil books you could read.
Dude, last time I
Rhode
read a book,
Island.
I was unbelievably filled with knowledge
They're just
for like 3 weeks, and that's all. That's all.
I remember that. That was annoying. No.
Dude, every time I read a book, I annoy everybody I know about everything I read about in the book for like a good month or two.
Like, did you know?
fair enough.
What are you guys looking at over here?
I'm looking at all your books.
I have a kink in my neck.
What do you want to know? Ask me about any one of those books. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
What about them? What about that Lady Gaga book?
That Lady Gaga book is a book of photographs done by Terry Richards, I believe, and he's a known rapist, but he still takes pictures of super famous Hollywood celebrities that are all very risque.
Wait, what?
Next question.
Okay, let's see. What do we got over here? The People's Encyclopedia of Fashion. That would actually explain the nice.
That book is going to tell you exactly what people look like when they look like that. Next question.
I'm not going to ask about North because you already covered the North.
They were so cold they made a bunch of stuff. Moving on.
What about them Miyazaki books? Those are dope.
You ever heard of that shit? That's a good place to look at that shit. Is that book? Next question.
You got all them guitar grimoires?
What about
You ever imagine you ever think like how do you do that when you hear someone play guitar? Next question.
what about Mein Kampf?
That's got a lot of interesting stuff about what people did with disabled folks and
In America.
in America. Yeah, that's probably the most poignant part of that book for me.
One last one. What about the Harry Potter trilogy?
Little boy has a bad life. Doesn't have to really do anything to gain power, and then he's not even the main character in the story. Next question.
Neville Longbutton or whatever.
Everybody around Harry is way stronger than Harry all the time, and he never has to solve his own problems because his friends are there for him. So he's kind of just a weak main character. Then so they decided he's not that, and at the end they were like, "It's been this other guy. It's been off screen the whole time."
And also,
Damn, that's a
Darth
spoiler.
Vader is Luke's dad.
Dark Vader.
Darth Vader.
Darth Voldemort. Darth, he who shall not be named. How about that, Darth? You ever hear about that one? Kathleen Kennedy, you cunt.
They should just make her the next bad guy.
I like that section of the. Ask me about any movie. I'll tell you. I'll sum it up in one fucking.
I just watched Training Day.
Training Day. Fucking. What's the black guy's
Denzel.
name? Denzel Washington being super fucking cool, and then
Ethan Hawke.
then he's not that cool. Next question.
What's another good movie? That
Any
always
movie,
winds
dude.
up?
Any movie, whether I've seen it or not. I'll give it to you.
The Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. White people doing white people shit, thinking they're hot.
Okay, that's actually pretty accurate.
Hit
I've never seen Casablanca.
Mexican people being sexy, dancing, dirty dancing. Patrick Swayze. Next question.
me with the Kurosawa movie.
Kurosawa movie?
Oh, Seven Samurai.
Seven Samurai.
There's
Basically a Japanese Western. Next question.
He could just say that about any Kurosawa movie.
That's right. I just said hit me with
Ask
the
me about
Kurosawa
any
movie.
Western movie.
Basically a Kurosawa movie.
There you go.
There you go.
Alright, it's been a fun game, but I'm a little burnt.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you guys for a minute. Okay, what do you guys know?
What do I?
What do you know? What do you know?
What do you know?
What a great host question.
I know that.
Hey, what do you know?
What do you know?
I know that all the accents I've been working on for years and all these little characters that I do, like I can't do anymore.
I realized recently that Adam Sandler impressions are super hack. So I did realize I was like, is that it? Is that one?
Pretty much.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, but like you can only do like characters that are like have funny accents if they're like Australian or Scottish. Or
No. The way to get around that, I talked about this, I thought, on the show. But
I should have listened.
No, the way to get around doing racial accents and not getting in trouble is doing a specific person's accent.
Oh, you did cover this.
So yeah, if the actor sounds that way when they talk, you're doing an impression of them, not the fucking, you know.
It's like I could do like for instance Gilbert Godfrey or something and not get in trouble.
I think a big difference is if you're doing a stereotype or if you're trying to do a stereotype or actually trying to like impersonate a person.
Zany accent.
Yeah, I mean you can't walk around just being like, hey, well, what's up, young blood?
Yeah, but I think that's the distinction you guys are making. Is
You
that
can't
like
do that. You cannot be like,
you can't
hey,
like,
what
make
up,
up
hey,
a
buddy,
cartoonish interpretation of like generalized
brother.
people and be like,
what's up, whitey?
because that's racist.
So it's wrong to kind of find the average of like a arbitrary.
Use that mic.
Do you guys know the definition of the word bigotry?
It means being big and loving trees, dog.
Being big and loving trees.
No, brother, that means you
That's
a big
right.
tree.
That means you a big tree.
We love trees.
And I just want to let y'all know, you got a friend in me, Randy Newman.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna just do Randy Newman in time. I have to do a certain type of voice. I'm like, it's Randy Newman.
Do you need some mystical advice, young white man?
Oh no.
I'm white too. I'm just asking.
I'm Randy Newman.
I'm Randy Newman. You got a friend in me.
We're like way off. We just gotta throw in. You got a friend in me. Well, short people. You ever hear a song about just hating on short people? We can't play it. I forgot. We can't play music on here.
No, that
Duh.
sucks. But yeah, look up Randy Newman, short people.
If you want to cancel the Beatles, look up John Lennon and his song that he wrote for Yoko Ono.
How'd that go again?
The Irish are the... No, I'm not going to go for that.
Let's see. What's some other stuff going on in the world, dude? Any local news been blowing you guys' mind?
Keep bringing these hot topics up, man.
Did you guys hear about local news? I saw that twice a huge stack of fireworks got stolen from the fireworks stand here in town.
That's pretty.
It happened.
Did you guys ever break into a fireworks stand?
Nope.
I did when I was a kid. Never got anything out of one, but
It was just
I think
empty.
they clear them out at nighttime. They don't leave them packed up.
Isn't it crazy?
I've been in one, but I didn't break into one.
Yeah, I broke into it.
You're like, yeah, we're going to find some cool shit. It's just empty.
I think we kind of knew it was empty. Maybe there was like 2 or 3 items left that were like a good find, but that was about it. You guys ever do any like Mission Impossible type heists when you were kids? Anything
I don't
real?
think so. I'm actually kind of wish I did, but no, I was a lame
One
kid.
time, me and my brother stole my dad's meth pipe and Playboys.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's an afternoon for sure.
But he couldn't really say anything, so he was just like, "You boys need to stay out of my room."
Yeah, I love that. Dude, when I realized that I can fucking put my mom in check by being like, I'll fucking call the cops.
It's like, oh shit!
She's like, do not involve them.
She's just like flushing shit down the toilet and like ripping things down and putting magnets on computers and shit. Just
Yeah.
Sorry. What I imagine your childhood was like.
No, that's fine.
Oh, you got it.
Let's see.
We've got 8 more minutes, guys.
Let's see you do this, Obi-Wan
Well, it's just, hey, we're watching something.
Hey,
This is the Force Unleashed right now.
hey, we just watched Pi. That was a cool movie. Not Life of Pi, but Pi.
Yeah, if you want the ultimate excuse not to fucking pay attention in your math class, kids, show your parents this movie
Yeah.
and tell them, look, man, look, see what it gets me? I don't want that for us, mom and dad.
That movie could have been like made on like $1,000 budget too. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it kind of I don't think it's related to you, but it might follow this set of guidelines called the Dogman 20 something. I forget. It's oh, I can't think of his name. It's the director for Melancholia and what's that movie with Willem Dafoe? Antichrist.
Oh.
Antichrist. Yeah, Spider-Man. Lars von Trier, I think. What was I talking about?
I said the movie was low budget.
Oh yeah. So like there's a set of rules that this guy came up with. Long story short, and it's basically just like how to make a movie without like using any kind of a budget to just kind of like prove that you have the ability to write a good story without using like special effects or like certain kind of plot lines where it's like if you can't like constantly hold somebody's life under threat in the movie, and like all the props have to be like something you actually find, and so you have to film at an actual location. You have to film with a 8 or 9mm camera or something specific like that, and then
Like a Super 8 or something.
yeah, and you can only film at like real locations. You can't build any sets for yourself. Like basically everything has to be like done realistically. You can't use like fantasy to tell a story or anything like that. And it's like specifically a really strict like set of rules to go by. So it's not like a standard for like everybody. But yeah, it's just supposedly it's just kind of like a way to challenge yourself, like to see if you can write an interesting story without like pulling any like sort of like elaborate or like tropes that are supposed to be like
real yeah. I get the point. You gotta just see if you can make the best story possible with the things at hand and not use not cheat essentially.
And Pi kind of seemed like that because it's basically shot at like a few locations, like a restaurant and then the guy's apartment, and then they got like some like modern sci-fi computer setup where it's just like a bunch of like monitors and random crap like chained to the ceiling and stuff. And like the main character kind of like there's a lot of like dramatic stuff with him having like health issues, and then actually his friend did die, so I think that does break one of the rules. But it's definitely like a more simple kind of lower budget movie that they did a lot with. I mean, they made it in black and white, and it came out in '98.
It was really good. What do you know who the director was or anything?
I used to know because I used to really like it, and I kind of forgot about it for a long time. He's done a few other things.
Yeah.
I want to say that's one of his less popular works, but I can't quite remember.
Yeah, that was a fucking tight movie.
What?
Speaking of good black and white movies, I really dug The Lighthouse, which needs no interpretation of the fact it's about gay sex and alcoholism, but
yeah,
you guys feel free to...
I want to watch more of that guy's movies. We should check some of those out.
I heard The Witch is really good. Never seen that.
That's one. That's like the first one I want to watch.
The first thing that'll pop up is The Lighthouse.
And then he came out with another one that I think keeps on getting mistaken, or maybe it is related to. I need to look into it. There's called The Northman,
Yeah.
and there's The Northmen is a series that just came out. So
And I think The Northman is a comedy series on either Netflix or Hulu,
yeah,
and it's making fun of Vikings essentially.
right.
We gotta go, guys.
All right.
okay.
Goodbye. We love you.
Bye-bye.
We'll be drunk next time. We promise. Ooh.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Let's get spiritual with the dick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your wife's head game is weak. You want your dick sucked?
Hell yeah. Fuck my wife, fuck my family, and you want my dick sucked.
You want your dick sucked? I'll suck it.
Oh, gay!
You want your dick sucked? I'll suck it.
Do you mind if I blow on your face?
Free me all that cum.
Do you mind if I blow on your face?
Free me all that cum.
No problem.
I'm a badass bitch.
Blowing low like a mountain.
I'ma suck that dick. Oh, man, you swear. You wanna fuck these tits?
Blowing low like a mountain.
And you want my dick sucked.
I'ma suck that dick.
I don't know what the fuck to say. I'm fucking retarded. Really, I am. I'd rather be slapped by your dick in my face. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What am I saying?
And you want my dick sucked.
I'll suck it.